Shipping is quite a serious business for some people. My Hero Academia just concluded with the final chapter of the manga, where Deku confessed and asked Ochako out. It's not exactly a spoiler, there are plenty of ship teas throughout the manga and anime. This is a perfectly logical conclusion to the whole thing, and yet some boys love fans are in denial. It's never been stated that Deku is straight. Keep swallowing that denial pill, bro. There are many instances where he's obviously straight. Why do I even try to have an intellectual conversation with homophobic people? Facts are not homophobic. Deku is straight. If you think that he's gay and that's your headcanon, by all means, feel free to think that way. But the canon dictates that Deku is not gay, and we're talking about canon here. Ganging up on a queer person for interpreting the character differently is weird, because you're denying reality. We're not ganging up on you for no reason. If you just say that it's your headcanon, no one will have issues with you. But if you say that it is the canon, then we do have issues here. You are factually wrong. Notice how he's literally looking away from them because he doesn't want to see them. That's called being respectful. It's a concept that most Twitter X users couldn't grasp. I don't mind if you think that Deku is gay, but I do mind if you think that it's the canon. That's objectively and factually wrong. Acknowledging that Deku being gay is your headcanon and that it's your personal wank fantasy is a lot more responsible and understandable than going around telling people that it's the canon. If you think that these yaoi fanboys and fangirls are just anime tourists, trust me, they are always worse tourists. Here's another example of an anime tourist. You can't draw a loli. Why not? Because you don't like it? It's not a debate. It's not a discussion. Well, in that case, we're gonna keep drawing and we're gonna stop discussing it with you. How does that make you feel? You either accept it or leave the anime community. Or, here's a third option, keep drawing and stay in the anime community. Why should we cower to your demands? Who the hell are you to begin with? Sorry, but this is our community now, and we make the rules. No, you don't. This is not your community. You don't make the rules. And even if you do, go ahead and enforce it. See what happens. You're a small minority of degenerates. Yeah, a small minority of degenerates that also end up producing most, if not all, anime in existence. You'd be surprised on how many we are here compared to your tourist ass. But hey, you're the one that sets the rules, right? I want to see how you enforce it beyond talking smack to people online. Otherwise, we're gonna enforce our rules and kick you off the community. Speaking of being the one who makes the rules, this person thinks that they're the one making the rules. A couple weeks ago, we talked about some demands that are made towards the GTA anime ripoff game Ananta. The demands are the usual progressive nonsense, like wanting people of different skin color or wanting less sexualized girls. This one is even more unhinged. This demand is from a person who claimed to be non-binary. They have been trying their hardest to be heard by indie and Asian developers. Ah, so you're attention whoring. Unfortunately, with a cis-het male-centric culture of sexualizing female characters and a pressure for racial homogeny, our concerns are met with deaf ears. That's a lot of offensive and disrespectful assumptions you made. No wonder why your concerns are met with deaf ears. Pro tip, people aren't going to listen to you if you just assume that they're bigots. This person offered suggestions like adding pronouns. It's not a character creator game. Add gender identity options. Again, it's not a character creation game. If you insist on sexualizing female characters, then commit to making their body proportions more realistic. And by realistic, you mean average. You want more average body types so that people with body insecurity can play the game without feeling insecure. If playing video games makes people feel insecure with their own bodies, I personally recommend those people to seek professional help. Add plus-size, muscular, and tall women. Actually, I don't mind this, but I treat adding these women as a treat for people to enjoy, rather than a demanding requirement to fulfill a diversity checklist. Let male and non-binary characters wear skirts and facial makeup. I actually agree with this, but not because I want to abolish the gender barriers, but because I think it'd be funny, and also because I like some anime guys too. You could be part of this transformation away from objectification, fetishization, and dehumanization. You literally just said add plus-size, muscular, and tall women. That's you objectifying, fetishizing, and dehumanizing women. Except you're doing it to the right type of women, so that's okay, right? This person also gave reasons why we should follow their advice. One of them is to become a force of empathy and kindness. You approached us with utter disdain and disrespect, and that's not something we appreciate. Jeez, lots of hooplas in the anime and video game world. I got plenty more hooplas related to the real world, but if you like the content so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a tip right down below. Anyway, let's go to the real world and see how those people are doing in real relationships. Ooh, let's start with this one. This post is just pathetic. What does it take to be good enough to date a man? You're good enough if you ask a girl out and she says yes. Have you ever done that? Whenever I, or really any guy, talks about having struggles in dating, he basically gets told to shut up and improve himself. Improving yourself is not gonna do you any good. You're relying on girls coming to ask you out when it should have been you asking the girls out. The guy then advertised himself. He's in shape, has lots of money, owns a house, very social with lots of friends and genders, have some social hobbies such as pickleball? He's also into climbing and trivia. I mean, if you like those hobbies, good for you, but how about instead of improving yourself, try targeting one girl, get her attention, and ask her out on a date. If it doesn't work, move on to other girls. And yet, I can't get a date to save my life. Maybe it's because you're too focused on improving yourself that you forgot the most important part of getting a date, which is to actually talk to a girl and ask her out. I'm still typically told that you've got to improve. Maybe it's just me, but I have a feeling that those people tell you all that so that you're busy improving yourself, while they go out and hunt the girls that you're supposed to be hunting. I'm just saying, internet, sometimes when people give you advice, it sounds like good advice, but it's actually serving them more than it serves you. I'm not denying that passive attraction exists. I'm saying that you need a lot more than just passive attraction to hint that someone's interested in you. The dating world is rather messed up today. Just followed back this guy and liked 3 of his posts. Okay, it's a normal thing to do. If he doesn't catch the clue that I want him to talk to me, I'm committing seppuku. I'm sorry, what? You're saying that a follow back and 3 likes is a signal for him to talk to you? That's a normal thing that everyone does. I do that almost all the time to all sorts of accounts. That doesn't mean I'm attracted to them. I'm not a man, and I already sent a signal? That's not a signal, lady. Just ask him out. If you're gonna just wait for the guy to come to you, that's gonna be your loss. What a gay question. Wow, it's been a while since I heard someone calling something gay as a negative. I thought we don't do that in this progressive time, but I guess this person is way behind the times. Guys, it has been 2 hours, 40 minutes, and still no text. Should I shuffle off this mortal coil? You know what? At this point, you probably should. The last thing the world needs is for dumb genes like you to reproduce. I already initiated. No, you didn't. I don't believe on ladies texting first. Believe what you like, lady. You're not gonna get that guy. I'm not sure how old you are, but Gen Z people don't like posts on someone's feed just because. Actually, yes, they do that. Otherwise, I'd be swimming with the ladies. If he doesn't message me, it's okay too. It doesn't sound okay when you basically want to consume the death pill. I get that relationships are hard, but trust me when I say that starting a relationship is always going to be the easiest part of it. While that hoopla is a really dumb way to signal someone, this hoopla is just pure jealousy. Someone is really jealous. The guy that I'm dating is learning ASL from my brother, but my friends think it's creepy. How is that creepy? That dude is dedicating himself to communicating with your deaf brother with sign language. Why is that creepy? My friend said that his behavior could be seen as obsessive, emotionally manipulative, and downright creepy. What the hell are they talking about? Obsessive? What's so obsessive with wanting to communicate with your girlfriend's deaf brother? Emotionally manipulative? Oh no, he's doing this emotionally manipulative thing of befriending his girlfriend's deaf brother and trying to communicate better with him. How dare he, right? Downright creepy? That's just their subjective opinion. What kind of friends do you have? Also, how come your friends haven't learned ASL to communicate with your brother? Some friends that you got, right? Oh, what are the closest friends? The guy friend was telling her that it was a red flag. That explains everything. Your boyfriend makes your friends look bad. That's why they're telling you all this, because they don't want to put the effort to be closer to you. John's becoming too attached to my family when we've only been dating about 5 months. Bro, the fact that he's willing to know your family that soon shows how committed and serious he is. Most people don't even want to get that close. John might only be doing it so he could get laid. Oh no! How dare the boyfriend want to get laid? There's some validity to what my friend said. No, there isn't. Your friends are toxic and want to destroy you and your relationship, especially that male best friend. Either ignore what they're saying or stop befriending them for your own good. And finally, this post is not really about dating, but once you read into it, it's actually about dating. This was easily one of the most infuriating posts that I've read last week. I need help teaching my 8-year-old son to read. Yeah, have you considered putting your son to school? Oh, this is one of those homeschooler parents. But I assume that parents that homeschool their kids would have the patience to, teach them. I do not have the patience to teach him. You son of a bitch. How dare you be a parent to anyone when you have the freaking gall to say this monstrous statement? He is ADHD and doesn't like to sit still and focus. And so are most kids these days. If you don't like this parenting job because you don't have the patience, please put your kid to a child protective service. It would have to be a woman, because of course it has to be a woman. You suck at parenting. You are a shame to fathers everywhere around the world. You're not seeking someone to teach your son, you're seeking for someone to cheat on your wife. I am married and happy with my wife. Are you now? The fact that you have to reassure everyone that you are is like several billion folds worth of suspicions. I'm not gonna leave anyone alone with my kids until I know you really well. You're not gonna leave anyone alone with your kids? Then why do you want to hire someone to teach your kids? What the hell are you doing? Sitting on your ass? How about you do the actual freaking parenting work and not have someone else do the work that you're supposed to be doing in the first place? What I find absolutely bizarre is this guy started advertising himself. He knows how to play the guitar. He knows writing and landscaping. Oh, good for you, my dude. What the hell does any of that have to do with anything? I can cook your dinner while you teach him to read. What does that have to do with anything? Why are you bargaining for someone to do this job by offering yourself? This sounds more like a dating profile than it is a homeschooling job offer. I am 43, white, and easy to get along with and communicate with. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds like this guy wants to cheat on his wife and date the homeschool teacher. What do you guys think? And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a cat. And also huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your name among these legends, then check out the links below. Just $1. And you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show stream channel. Link below. Go subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.